Ukraine's former president, Petro Poroshenko, has appeared in court on treason charges. He says they're politically motivated. The charges themselves allege that Mr. Poroshenko was involved in the sale of large amounts of coal that helped to finance Russian-backed separatists in eastern Ukraine back in 2014 to 2015. Now, he appeared in court after arriving back in the country from Warsaw, where he's been for the last month. Well, we can speak to Peter Zalmayev, who is the director of the Eurasia Democracy Initiative, joining us from Ukraine's capital, Kiev. Peter, thanks very much indeed for joining us. I mean, goodness me, the timing is one thing, isn't it, for all this? You'd think there were bigger and more concerning things to focus on. But what is the public, initially, the public response to seeing Poroshenko in this position?
Well, the public is probably at best apathetic. The very nature of the charges, the sales of coal to the occupied territories, etc. I mean, most folks just don't bother to find out what that was all about. And you mentioned the timing. I mean, most Ukrainians are concerned about the massing Russian troops on Ukraine's borders, both from north and the east and the south from the occupied Crimea. It's causing some serious collective shoulder, shrugging, as in, a sense of disbelief that this is happening, while Ukraine is asking from Western capitals for moral, political, financial support. So Poroshenko, I would say that overall it was Poroshenko's day in court, and it was a tactical victory for Poroshenko, simply because he demonstrated that he's able to muster a serious show of strength. His supporters braved the very inclement weather outside of the courthouse for 12 hours. And he's also, been able to demonstrate some support from Western capitals. There was a group of U.S. senators staying at the hotel across from the courtroom, and they had a meeting with Poroshenko, warning Mr. Zelensky to not give any hint of a political prosecution.
Right. I do just need to ask you very briefly there. It's an odd thing for a former president who was very low in his popularity ratings to be brought back into centre stage in a way. Do you see this as the beginning of a new effort to enter the political fray?
Absolutely, and this is happening while Mr. Zelensky's ratings have tanked and Mr. Poroshenko's ratings have kind of gone up. And once again, it is the first time in Ukrainian history that a sitting president would be thrown in jail if that happens. Even President Yanukovych, who left Ukraine in disgrace in 2014, he never stooped to that.
It's an extraordinary situation. Peter Zalmayev, thank you very much indeed.